Now, let's check out with Kimberly. She's been leading herself into a great weight loss pattern. Oh my goodness, Kimberly, you have really been pushing yourself. You gotta be proud of yourself at this point.
I am. I am extremely happy with the results.
You're down almost 30 pounds and really pushing it to the limits. We're moving into week 7.
Yes.
What's going on this week with your program? What are you gonna do differently?
I'm going to probably do more swimming, more laps. Been doing every week. I've been pushing myself an extra 10, so I'm going to go push it up to about 40.
40 laps you're in the pool,
Yes.
plus all your classes. Let's go over the classes that you teach. How many days a week?
5 days a week. I teach boot camp. I teach Muscle Max, sculpting, Sculpt Express, cycling, and water aerobics.
Wow, that's a pretty intense schedule. I mean, for most people, they think that that's probably enough exercise. But when you're trying to lose weight and you've already been doing that, the results are being a little different.
Yes, they are, because your body kind of gets used to the format of what you've been doing. It's kind of like when you go to work, it's like the same routine. But once you push yourself a little harder, do a little bit more, because once I do the classes, then I stay another hour and a half and just do more cardio, blast, things like that. Plyometrics, the TRX bands, the hurdles, things of that nature, just to, give myself that extra push, the high jumps, things like that. So I really wanted to kind of give my body a push or like a wake-up call, just to keep moving different directions. So.
And you've been now going to Karen's Raw and Inner Beauty
Yes.
for almost 2 months now. What are some of the things you're doing there?
Well, besides getting the fantastic food, I'm doing the colonics and I'm doing the infrared saunas. They've been wonderful. I've really been in tune with my body a lot more because I feel that I'm getting cleansed out from the internally, it's coming out externally with the way I'm looking, my results is for my face. I have lots of energy. I've even had the lymphatic drainage, which is basically a symbol that they kind of go over your body and it kind of drains all the bacteria out of your system, which was really helpful because I was really feeling kind of polluted a little way in the way. And once I had that, I felt a lot more at ease. So it's really been helpful. I love it and it's very enjoyable. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Wow. Well, I mean, we talked a little bit before about raw foods, and some of the other clients have had a chance now to taste it and definitely have said it tastes really good. What does that look like as far as meal plans for you? What are you taking home? What are you actually eating?
Well, like I have a breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then dessert, which is really nice. But for the breakfast, I may have like a green meal shake, which I'm not hungry maybe till like 1 o'clock if I have it at 6 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I have an oatmeal, which is so sweet. It has the nuts and the apples, and it's the sweetest oatmeal I've ever had in my life. And I've never thought oatmeal would ever be that sweet, but it's great. And then it's raw, so you're like, you're kind of tricky in your head, like, is this really healthy for me? But it's because it's so sweet. Then I'll have a bran muffin some days, and then there's this granola cereal with the hemp milk. It's wonderful. I love it because I love nuts. And then for lunch, I may have sushi rolls. I may have the beet soup. I may have mango soup, which happens to be one of my favorites.
Wow. Well, all those sound amazing. Getting on the scale this week, what are you thinking?
I hope there will be definitely some good results. I have really been, watching, what I've been doing, making sure I get that recovery time in, which is very helpful for me since I'm always pushing myself during the week. Mm-hmm. So, and I know when I do that I get a nice little result. So it should be good.
Last question I have is, how has your thinking changed about your health since starting Put Your Money Where Your Mouth Is?
I would say my thinking has definitely changed a lot. Like I said, I've always been in the fitness industry, but with this program, I feel that I could do anything. And anyone who is watching, they definitely know that they can do what I'm doing and be successful. You just can't, it's just not the end of the world when you just kind of get plateaued out. You just have to learn to push yourself that extra mile, maybe on the run or swimming, whatever gets you going, and you can do it.
You can do it. Well, you're doing it. Let's get on that scale.
All righty.
Kimberly has been rocking it with raw foods, so some of us at Put Your Money Where Your Mouth Is decided to go to lunch and check out Karen's Raw. Karen, Kimberly's been just raving about the food and down so much weight in just a short time. we all had to come and try it. So
Thank you. I'm so excited that you're here. And the beauty of our food is, they're forcing me to put calories on the food right now. But when you eat raw living food, you don't have to count calories. Literally, because your body can use everything. It's what your body can't use that it piles on. So you can have all the desserts you want, you can have all the rich food that you want.
now wait a
and
minute, wait a
sti-
minute.
Yep.
Because she talks about the desserts, how great they are. Could you really just eat dessert all day here?
I actually have had people who've done my detox class every other month, and they eat only desserts on the in-between. They order all whole pies and cakes, and that's all that they're eating. I mean, I wouldn't recommend that, but why not?
Why not?
If
Well-
you're transitioning, and this is what most people want emotionally, they want comfort. The desserts are to live for, literally.
Well, thanks for having us. We're going to try out the food, and then we're going to hear what the clients have to say.
Thank you so much, Andrea. I appreciate you. So what I maintain is you don't have to give up anything. That's what people are afraid of with making change. I'm going to have to give up my alcohol. I'm going to have to give up what I love to eat. I'm going to have to give up my cheese. And here's the reality. You don't have to give up anything. You just have to make small inroads of change. And because our bodies are intuitively designed to thrive, not just survive, but to thrive. You get new cells every 7 years, new tissue every 3 months. The body is designed to have certain things. So you start giving it the right thing, and you don't even have to think about it. So let's start eating. So this is one of my favorite things, the nachos, and that's my raw sour cream with it and avocado. So just grab one, eat it like you would any regular food. These are my sliders. I just try to, and people go, well, why do you call it the food when it's not? If I told you it was wheat gluten, you wouldn't necessarily eat it. And the crunchy that you're getting, that's dehydrated. So when you dehydrate foods, you don't heat them over 120 degrees, so the oxygen and the enzymes are still intact. And so it's like living food for living cells.